What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense, and tonight's gonna be a mess. I'm just letting you guys know that now. It seems like every day more stuff is popping off. So, like the video as the intro plays, we have a lot to get into.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. That's all. 1 and 1 got to equal 2.
Make it make sense. Hey,
There you have it.
I love that. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense, boo.
Big moves. Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
Hey, I see you done made your way back over here on my page, looking and lurking. Yes, I know it's exhausting. She's still doing the same thing. She's still all that.
Still all that. Welcome, lurkers and all. Okay, y'all know I had to bring it back. Let's start with the foolishness real quick. Let's start with the foolishness. Why are Teairra Marie and Keri Hilson beefing? What is going like, huh?
Was there in the front row.
Oh no!
And
They're playing her music. Basically, Teairra Marie said that she was in the front row on her phone because someone was on with her dog. This is years ago when she was still a celebrity, and Keri Hilson basically checked her backstage.
It was that because I had to say something. I had to say something.
Get it off your chest.
I had to
respond.
It was
figure looking at the show. She was with him, so she was his. And she didn't want to be there. It was very obvious, and I felt disrespected by that. So when they came to my dressing room backstage, I said something, and we almost got to scrapping.
Shit.
My Decatur came out, her town came out, and
Let me just say this real quick about Keri Hilson. She's beautiful, she's talented, but you kind of got a chip on your shoulder. You came for Beyonce, messed up your whole career. Teairra Marie, both these girls were actually cute. Both these girls were slated to be the next big thing, but it just doesn't happen for everybody. If you come to my concert and you're on your phone, I'm not about to fight you because of that. You fighting somebody because of that means that you really do have that chip on your shoulder. You can sing, you can write, you can dance, but you're still not a celebrity anymore. And it might have something to do with your attitude. She thought she had everything going for her. You got Timbaland doing your beats. You're at the top of the charts. But it was something about you that just didn't reign true, Keri. And it might just be your attitude. Because you had all the parts to be a star. But anyway, whoever thought that this would even be a thing?
Oh yeah, deep sigh. And took a sip of water too.
So Teairra responded and said, "Y'all, people leave me alone. I don't bother anybody. Just leave me the F alone." So now, Keri, what's up? You want to fight, or do you want to fight because I'm gonna whip your ass when I see you? I'm sick of people bothering me. You had a whole different story when I was in your face. You're a liar. Look, bring it to love and hip hop. At this point, bring it to love and hip hop. That's it. I have not heard anybody mention anything about Keri. She has toured a little bit where she might be more of like an opening act, I guess. But, maybe stick to writing because she dissed Beyonce. She dissed Teairra. Now she wants to put her hands on Teairra Marie. You might be the problem, ma'am. But I do still like her 2 albums. You might be the problem. Moving right on. Let's get to T.I. because I was here for this. I'll start with this one because actually I know the person who did this. this blog who I actually know put this out. Does this little boy look like this man? Kinda, but The Uncut put this out today. It said, "Oh wow, did y'all know T.I. allegedly may not be King's biological father?" When I saw this, I commented, I was like, "You really messy. You are definitely really messy." So Tiny responded and she said, "Man, this is the biggest bull ever. No disrespect, but I don't even know Bimmy like that. I didn't know who Bimmy was." Who is Bimmy, y'all? Let me look up Bimmy real quick. I didn't even know who he was, but when I saw it, I was like, okay, I kind of see it. Let me see. I'll show you guys a better picture. I wonder if he took it down. Let's see. Wait, did he make it? He hit 200,000 subscribers today. So shout out to the Uncut for hitting 200,000. Maybe this one put him over the top. But this is what this man looks like. Does he kind of look like King? A little. Oh, Waka Flocka's uncle? I don't think that this is King's daddy. I don't even know where he got it from. But it was funny. But yeah. Tiny wasn't having this. Let's go back. It said, no disrespect, but I don't even know Bimmy like that. I was just reminded of who he was. Quit playing with us for clickbait. Tiny's had enough. This is this boy's father. Shout out to the Uncut for hitting his 200,000. We got over 400 in the chat. Definitely hit the like button. He does. Let's move on. Let's move on to actually. Let's see. No, we got one more here. It said, "Quit playing with my family for clickbait. I've had enough." And then somebody said, "You guys provide the content, Mrs. Harris." And she said, "No, Molly, they haven't taken an honest family moment and added all types of BS to it, as they do to get views on their lackluster platforms." Well, all right. Well, all right. I was actually extremely happy to see T.I. come in and wreck shop because they disrespected his family with this flyer. T.I. says he's standing on business. T.I. goes off on an Atlanta club after they made a party flyer making fun of his situation with King. "You put me in mind on an MF and flyer. Give me everything. And if you can't do it, don't play with me." So this is what it was looking like.
Ain't nothing happening. No money, no beers, no partying, no sections, nothing. You put me and mine on a motherfucking flyer, nigga, give me everything. And if you can't, don't play with me. I don't know if y'all from here, but nigga, don't play with me in this city.
So I don't know if you can see the flyer, but the flyer literally has T.I. with his son in a headlock. So was it disrespect? Absolutely. It was absolutely disrespectful. So I'm on T.I.'s side with this one.
It's my motherfucking city. Don't play with me in this city. Nigga, you can.
So then the club came back, paid T.I., paid his son, and this is the new flyer where they will be hosting the club for the night. Special guest host, T.I. and King. So, make the money. To be able to check the behavior in real time, though, and then they give him what they want, they knew that they were disrespecting him. That's like those flyers where they put like Martin Luther King on, let me see if I can find one. They'll put like Martin Luther King on the flyer for a booty shaking contest for King Weekend. Let me see. MLK. Disrespectful flyer. Let me see if they have any. Okay, I can't show you all these because most of them have a little bootay in them, but okay, I'll show you all this one. This is what it's given. MLK Week. Girls love freedom. This be disrespectful. It's disrespectful. But it's Atlanta, so what do you expect? Anyway, okay, y'all. I saw this. Now, you remember I showed you guys Roger Bond's Instagram account, right? We went over it. Roger Bonds is Diddy's former bodyguard who decided to start kind of telling people information about Cassie and kind of corroborating her story. Well, y'all, this is what his Instagram account looks like now. The only reason that I still have access to this is because I didn't exit out of the page. So we don't technically know what happened. His Instagram is gone, but I still have it because I didn't click off the page. So this was his Instagram yesterday. And this is his Instagram today. So what do you think happened? Do you think that Diddy came out and wrecked shop? Do you think he's in hiding? Do you think that he said too much? Or do you think that Diddy actually is now going to help him with his son's case? Because I showed you guys that Diddy did help. He helped by doing like some media blast. But I don't know if he helped with money, and I don't know if it was continued assistance. So y'all tell me what you think happened. Diddy is known to shut somebody down. Now, the art of the dialogue, they have been doing their thing. They have been getting interview after interview. So I want you guys to hear exactly what your boy Gene had to say. In addition to that, y'all, I worked most of today on my death toll video that's going to come out. Most of today on that video. So expect it's going to be pretty thorough. Every time that I think that I'm nearing the end, somebody else pops up. So just know your boy is working on that one. Hopefully I will be able to do that video for you guys tomorrow, but there's a lot of twists, a lot of turns, a lot of roadblocks. I have heard from a few people. We'll just leave it at that. I've heard from a few people close to some of these situations. So again, it's a lot of twists. It's a lot of turns. So shout out to the Art of Dialogue. In the description of this video, I have tagged their videos so that you can check out the whole video. But we're going to listen to a little something. So let's get into it.
Book, because there's always been a rumor for a while now that, you know, she got killed because she was exposing a lot of stuff in her book. Is there any truth to that?
Unless they can hide some, unless she did her book on Google Duo and it's in the clouds and they could get somebody to get it out of there, she ain't got no book. It's just a conspiracy. Kim, it was alleged that she did have a book and that her book was about to come out. And she was talking about all the perils, everything that she went through in the music business and with Diddy. All the men that they slept with together, because there were men that they slept with together. There were swinging times that they slept with together.
Is anybody else worried about Gene at this point? Is anybody else worried about Gene at this point? I've not heard anybody directly come out and say that Diddy was involved with other men. We read all the abuse allegations. And I think that Diddy is more concerned with the appearance that he might be gay or bisexual than he is with all of the people talking about the physical abuse that he had.
I don't know, man. How do you put your girl through some shit like that? Or how you look at your girl and knowing that she sexing another dude? What kind of demonic mind you have to be that far gone where that shit don't bother you for somebody that you love? But Kim book was going to express all that. And I hope she did her book on Google Docs, or she did her book somewhere that is floating in the cloud of the internet that somebody could go get it one day. Because any picture you take, anything that you write or say, it's in that internet cloud. It just got to be, you just got to go get it. And one day, somebody gonna go get it. But I'm sure that he probably got hold to those tablets or whatever she had, allegedly, and got rid of them. They swimming with the fishes.
Wow, man. So she was about to expose all that in her book, them sleeping with men together.
She was gonna expose everything. I heard it was tell all.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Just curious, right? Did you know that Diddy and Kim had that type of relationship back then in real time?
Yeah. Yep.
Let me tell you how pretty Kim was. When you see old photos of Kim, because I've been deep diving, I'll show those on that Death Toll video. Kim was gorgeous. Kim wasn't technically a model. She was an assistant, I believe, to Andre Harrell, and left and started working for Bad Boy. But that woman looked like a model. She had beautiful skin, beautiful features. She looked like a model. It feels like Diddy goes after all of these people who have qualities. Like people were drawn to Kim. People were drawn to Cassie. People were drawn to all these people and these models because, like I said, I have a photo of one of the alleged FO people. And, you know, it feels like he kind of feeds off of that. He kind of, in my opinion, he fed off the energy from Cassie because Cassie was young. She was impressionable. She was vulnerable. And I feel like he really wanted, when you're having somebody tell you that they called their child, their grandfather Pop, and you're saying, now you need to call me that, it's a control issue. And it's like an energy vampire. Cassie was up and coming. She was youthful. Kim was vibrant. She was the life of the party. He just kind of like sucks that out. And the true sign of a narcissist is when they make you feel small. They make you feel less than. She modeled, but you know what I mean. When I say she wasn't like a model, she wasn't like Kimora. Like she wasn't the face of Chanel. She was a pretty girl. She was in New York. She was working as an assistant, got some modeling gigs, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I really do feel that that's just my opinion.
Yep, because I know somebody personally that lives in Atlanta that was swinging with them, and I would never mention his name because he's a good brother and he knows my family down there. You know, he knows my family down there, and I would never, you know, put his name out there like that. You know, he's been in the music business. He didn't put a lot of groups, A-listed groups out there, especially A-listed groups from Atlanta. So I would never put his name out there like that. But, you know, when, you know, I got like that, especially a lot of groups never, you know, put his name down there, mention his name because he's there was swinging with them. Yeah, because I know somebody personally that lives in Atlanta that was swinging with them, and I would never mention his name because he's a good brother and he knows my family down there. You know, he knows my family down there, and I would never, you know, put his name out there like that. You know, he's been in the music business. He didn't put a lot of groups, A-listed groups out there.
I was thinking like Babyface, maybe L.A. Reid.
Especially A-listed groups from Atlanta. So I would never put his name out there like that. But, you know, when, you know, I got the key, I got the pass key to everything. But then when, you know, they needed more ice or they needed bottles and stuff like that, when I used to go to the door and I knock on the door and they open the door and then, you know, my nosy ass, whoa, you see certain shit. Or they sitting in the jacuzzi together, all of them, nothing on. You see shit like that, bro. It is what it is.
Gene let them know. Gene definitely let them know. Do I believe Gene? Every time this man speaks, I believe him. Now, sometimes I do think that he's kind of like, what would the term be? Kind of like boombastic. Like he could tell a story, but I believe him. And I do believe that he's one of the few people who's not actually scared. He goes on to talk about Aaron Hall.
Here, let's go.
Hey, man, I had to bring you back on the platform, man. 2 more victims came forward. So, hey, man, I had to bring you back on, man, to get your opinion. So I want to get
shout out to Art of the Dialogue. Again, I have linked in the description of these videos his actual full videos so that you can check them out.
right into it. One of the victims, she alleges that, you know, Diddy and Aaron Hall back in 1991 took turns raping her. What you think about that?
Well, I think because the New York state law has made rape just like murder, there's no statute of limit like she said that they did way back when. Now, Cassie has already proved that Puff is capable of doing what this girl said. Now, did he do her? Don't know that. Aaron Hall, don't know him either, brother, but I know of him. He was a good friend of my family, K. Slay, but I learned from him some stuff about him from K, but I learned something from him directly by Gloria Velez herself. You know,
I'm really proud of Gloria to come out and start speaking more because it put her in a bad place. You're hearing this man say these things about you. You have a child with him, but he's basically let the world know that he took advantage of you to have that child and he thought nothing of you or it. I showed you guys a video where he was like, I didn't know she was a puppy. I didn't know, but I took her upstairs. That's how he talks. There's no remorse there. He reminds me of, let me not say that. I'm going to leave that there.
He told me that
I'm glad Gloria
he was dealing with her when she was 16 years old. I think she made a statement to everybody else, but it was this particular time that I was bodyguarding this individual, Scott Storch, and we was at Thanksgiving dinner. And he had Gloria Velez that he had gave her a Cartier watch as a gift. So I'm bodyguarding him. And first we was at Kanye West party. This is no bullshit, bro. We was at Kanye West party in North Hollywood. And one of my dudes who, you know, he's a Crip, he came over to me, he said, yo, Gene, my dudes is gonna come do something to your man. He's shining like that. I said, well, you know what that mean, dog? He said, well, Gene, I'm gonna get you 10 minutes to get him out of here. I said, bro, give me 5 and he out of here. So Gloria Velez was with us. So then she gonna say, you gonna let your bodyguard tell you what to do? I'm like, yo, Scott, I'm gone, I'm at the door. So Scott came with me. We went to the Charter House in Malibu from there. So we get to the Charter House. It was me, Scott, friend of mine's named Cree, one of Scott rappers that he was finna put on and everything like that, because he had a thing called Tough.
If you don't remember Scott Storch was a white producer. He looked kind of weird. His face looked kind of weird. He was a drug addict. He dated Little Kim, bought her a Bentley that got repossessed. At one point, he had a yacht, big, huge home in Miami. He spent everything he made in addition to being a drug addict. But at the time, he was going head to head against Timbaland. That's how big he was. Now he's broke like the rest of them. But Scott used to have a lot of money. Didn't matter how weird he looked. He still got Kim Kardashian.
Tough Jew production. And it was Gloria Velez. So we start talking about relationship and how older dudes always want younger girls and stuff like that. And she brought up Aaron Hall. So I know Aaron and Kay was cool. So she said, yeah, Aaron, he was, for light of a better words, having sex with me, and I was just 16 years old. So me, questioning her. I said, so where did he meet you at? And she said, we met at a club. And I said, when you supposed to be 21 years old in the club? And she said, yeah. I said, so when did he find out that you were 16 years old? She said, we was on the line at the airport in customs, and he found that I was 16 years old. They wouldn't let me go to Jamaica with him, and I needed a consent, my parental consent, in order to go to Jamaica. So I said, so he think that you older than that. He just found out when y'all went to Jamaica? She said, yeah. I said, so how could you fault him? You in the club and it's 21 years. You understand what I'm saying? The club say 21, you 16 years old now. He bagged you. He put you on a flight for to take you to Jamaica, and he found out you 16 years old when he gets to customs. He's still at fault.
Now, I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this line of reasoning. And here's why. At 16 years old, she was hanging out and partying with Luke. The adults have the responsibility to find out who or what you're doing. By Aaron Hall's admission, he said he saw her, grabbed her, took her upstairs the very first day because she was one of Luke's girls. So we have to take into account kids are going to lie about their age. That's why they're kids. They don't know what's best for them. The adult is always going to be at fault in that situation. Shade All Day, thank you for the super chat. Said Kim P was Dallas Austin girlfriend and was the RL love interest that Zoe Saldana played in Drumline. Oh, okay. Thank you for the super chat. But okay, let's continue. That's a really antiquated way of thinking of things.
He should have let her little young ass go. But now he's news now. So, and she put that out, but she ain't tell the whole story. But she told us the story at the table when we was at the Charter House in Malibu.
For me, and it's a lot of people out there, because I've seen people talking about it on social media. You got a lot of people, man, that look up to Diddy. And there's a lot of people out there that's in disbelief, but you being around Diddy, you knowing him, you think he's capable of raping a female, man?
Bruh, he just, he's capable of doing what Cassie said he did. Cassie said he raped her. You understand? Against her will. She won a lawsuit that he raped her. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing new. All this stuff been going on in the industry for a long time. You know, wasn't you, didn't it mess with your head up when Aaron Hall said, and he said this years ago, you can ask Jodeci, you can ask Puffy how big my private is.
Now, out of all the words he used, he decides to say private instead of D. But everything else coming out of his mouth.
And my dudes looked at each other like, what? Them niggas is watching each other. Huh? Is you serious? Look at the atmosphere.
So I just saw the tape I just saw the tape of Tupac, Suge, and a bunch of women. I just saw that tape. So I think everybody was doing it.
Fear that they in. Look what they do. So is he capable? I believe Cassie. Who you believe? I know the girl know if she was raped or not.
So when you hear Aaron Hall make comments and say that, you know, Diddy seen how big his penis is, you're not surprised by them comments?
No, it don't surprise me at all, bro. That don't surprise me at all. You know why it don't surprise me? It's because that's how them dudes get down. They into that each other touchy-feelies, and, you know, they think it's something. You know, it can't surprise me. I done seen them in action as whereas that they going all in a room together. You understand? They all going in a room together. They go in that room.
So I know why Roger Bonds left Diddy, but has anybody found like the specifics of why Gene Deal left him? If you can send it to me via Instagram and make it make sense now.
They having their fun. They doing what they do. So nah, it don't surprise me. It surprised me he said that you could ask them what I'm working with. Fun, they doing what they do. So nah, it don't surprise me. They go in that room, they having their fun, they doing what they do. So nah, it don't surprise me. It surprised me he said that
no, Miss Cheek, I get that they can fool you, but it's the responsibility of the adult to ask an age. Doesn't matter if she was one of Luke's girls. It doesn't matter if she was laying it low and spreading it wide and doing everything spread eagle for the camera or for anybody to watch. She's still very young. And guys, like I'm telling you, I'll continue to find out more and more people adding to the death toll list. So check, you want to see that video tomorrow. But let's get into what Mark Curry had to say. Let's see.
Hell, you're on the platform, my guy.
Man, I'm thankful to be on the platform, man. Thank you.
Mark Curry was an artist.
Thank you, man. I mean, it's a blessing to have you, my man.
Man, it's a blessing to be thought about. That's something that I work hard on. This being here means that much to me because I never thought, I can't say I never thought that this one day wouldn't happen, but I just didn't know when.
So with that being said, for the people that's not familiar with you, introduce yourself to the people.
Yeah, my name is Mark Curry. I'm a former bad boy recording artist. A lot of people, I made a lot of hits for Puff, gave him a lot of good words to say, inspiration. Sometimes a lot of people live through your words. So there's a lot of my words that I may have gave him before in life that he lived through to help make him. Come from Atlanta. I'm from New Jersey, New York when I was raised, though. I grew up in Atlanta. I'm a book author. So I wrote a book. I'm a carpenter, master carpenter. Man, I'm just all the above, man. A brother, your brother, that's me. I don't like to put big titles on myself because I feel like I could be anything that I want. I don't have like one set title of me.
He wrote a book called Dancing with the Devil. How Puff Burned the Bad Boys.
Me, I think that I could be everything. So when you ask me about me, without me tooting my own horn, I just say, man, I'm amazing.
For the people that don't know, right? Let them know some of the hits you was a part of.
Okay. Well, a lot of people know me from that one song, as Bad Boy for Life. With it ain't changed that verse. Then I wrote a lot of hits for Puff, like let's say the Godzilla song with the Come With Me with Led Zeppelin. Rest in peace, Led Zeppelin. I had the opportunity to work on the song This Is Not America, David Bowie. Wow. Rest in peace, David Bowie. I wrote several songs for Puff on his P. Diddy and the Family on the Forever album. I might have did a single on Forever album, the PE 2000 with my man Roger Green. I'm an artist that just so happened to become a ghostwriter by default.
Yeah, that verse you had on Bad Boys for Life was dope.
Yeah, Bad Boy for Life. Yeah, Black Rob. You got Black Rob, Muscle Game. You got Gangsta Lil Kim, Puff, Forever.
Now, he's pretty smart to do this because people are going to be looking up his book that did not know it. It's pretty crazy. How Puff Burned the Bad Boys of Hip Hop, Dancing with the Devil by Mark Curry. This was a smart interview for him to do. Let's see. Let me take this off so you could see it. There we go. It is a pretty wild cover. I think it got his likeness pretty well. Okay. Where is it? Here we go.
Man, I wrote the songs with like Cocaine. I did the 8-Ball and MJG Ride With Me. I mean, I did, you do the discog, I have a whole bunch of songs. A lot of people don't know they don't.
Revolt. How do you feel about that? And how do you feel about these lawsuits accusing Diddy of abuse? What do you think about that? You knowing Diddy, do you think he's capable of doing that, man?
Do I think? Yeah. Every man possibly is capable. I think he's very capable of doing it. It's in his character. That's who he is. That's what comes with power. That's what comes with arrogance. That's what comes with, what makes him, power. That's just the selfishness that make you be like that, but with everything that's going on, man, you're looking at, they dropping them left and right. Companies are parting ways with him. All of that's happening right now because he's tarnishing his own image. What I think is it's It's what I call is a character assassination that's going on right now. So it's just another form to silence a man, humble a person. You know how sometimes you got to humble somebody.
You're right.
Yeah, I think he's being humbled right now, which it took a long time. It takes a long time.
Hopefully he gets more than humbled. We got almost 1,300 in the chat, but we only got 300 likes. Please hit the like button. It's a free way to support the channel.
I'm the humble, arrogant person.
So Diddy, he's an arrogant guy.
Very arrogant, selfish. All of those kind of things that you don't like. You don't never see in a true friend or a grown man. You know what I mean? Like, you're a grown man, you carry yourself like a grown man. He doesn't carry himself like a friend, you know?
So you're not surprised when you hear Cassie say that, you know, Diddy, he used to hit her and she had to cover up her bruises with makeup. You're not surprised when you hear that. Because I interviewed Gene Deal and he wasn't around Bad Boy when Cassie was around, but he told me.
Thank you for the super chat. Returning the Max says, we'll hit you once I finish Gene's book. I think the word you're thinking is embellished. My friend LA was a member of a 90s group, Low Key. Has a lengthy resume, but a love by next. He said Diddy is mean. Well, your friend got out without getting touched, because it seems like allegedly Diddy has done a lot to his artists. But yeah, definitely hit me up. And my Instagram is Make It Make Sense now. I'll enter my DMs regarding this. Thank you for the super chat.
Me that, you know, he did the same thing to Kim Porter.
Or you could take it before then, and then you can remember when Misa was dating Eric Sermon from EPMD, and that was her childhood boyfriend. Like, coming up, they was the, you know, lovey-dovey couple, and it was back then. He used to, you know, do that with Misa. So, you know, one thing I always say is, as a man and as anyone in a relationship, we often go through these kind of things. So I've seen it in friends. I've seen it in him. I've seen fights. I've seen all kinds. I've seen fights between, when he have an argument, fight with a female, whatever it may be. I've seen it with my own friends. But sometimes you say, you know, we all go through things, but once you have a sign of doing it over and over and over again, that's when it becomes a problem. You be like, so every relationship that you get in, you're violent in them. So you say, you know, I don't have to wait to see what he would, you know, I was around when Cassie was there. I knew Kim Porter before I knew Puff. I met Misa, but you know, it was a history. When you have a history of the same thing, man, it becomes a problem. Something you do once or twice, you get over. First, you're not supposed to put your hands on a woman the way I was raised. And the only person that really put their hands
without saying, we had Gene, who said that allegedly Diddy had physically assaulted Misa and chased her underneath a car. Now he's saying he knew Misa and you have a history. He's saying it without saying it, allegedly.
On women really is men who have feminine traits. So, you know, it really takes a coward to put his hands on a woman. So, you know, a man is so strong enough, we can just walk away. You can do, there's so many different things that you can do other than get upset with your hands on a woman. But that comes from a man who's not quite a grown man. It's still a boy, like a bad boy.
And speaking of Kim,
Puffy disrespected the mama. If you have that video, definitely send it to me. I didn't see that.
Porter, because you knew Kim Porter. Is it true that Diddy broke her nose?
Bust her nose, man. You know, but it was all, you know, insecurities. Anytime a man would go out his way to wiretap someone's phone or put taps in their homes just to monitor their conversation, that's a sign of insanity. So when you see someone doing that, you can imagine everything else they do. What do you think he's going to do if he found her on the phone talking to someone?
Now, y'all, this man is saying that he wiretapped the phone. Now, the problem with Diddy is there are a lot of rumors about him. However, because of what has come out about Cassie, more and more people are like, well, maybe the rumors were legitimate. He said that this person, that he had Kim Porter's phone wiretapped. Well, it's alleged that his last baby mama, the mother of Love, Diddy's last baby mama, who was actually a married woman who only got divorced after it was found out that the baby was not her husband's. She is a specialist who does things like wiretapping. That's her job. She does surveillance and she's good at it. There have been rumors that she was there and she was wiretapping Kim's phone. That's the rumor. I don't know if that is true or not, but now we have somebody else in his orbit who said that he was having Kim's phones wiretapped a long time ago.
And feels that she's cheating on him or somebody sleeping with his girl. What you think he gonna say? Ooh, I caught you. Ooh, I heard this. Now he gonna come in with the, it's gonna be a fight. But that's something that you've seen from the inside. When you're on the inside looking out, it's like looking at Blueface and his girlfriend always arguing on TV, they toxic relationship. So when you're on the inside looking out, you don't really see them like fighting. You just be like, they tripping. This is their relationship. It's been going on like that with them for years.
Here's the lady. Let me show you guys. So the newest baby mama is 28 years old, and she does work for cybersecurity. Now, of course, she definitely has a look that Diddy likes. We can now say that Diddy likes women who might have some Asian ancestry. That's definitely fair to say. But a 28-year-old cybersecurity expert, when we now have somebody in his orbit saying that he believes in wiretapping, y'all, what more do you need to hear?
This been going on ever since, going on like that with them for years.
Hold on, let me take this off.
Years. So usually when you notice Puff was in those kind of violent relationships with his females, they heard this. Now he gonna come in with the, it's gonna be a fight. But that's something that you've seen from the inside. When you're on the inside looking out, it's like looking at Blueface and his girlfriend always arguing on TV, they toxic relationship. So when you're on the inside looking out, you don't really see them like fighting. You just be like, they tripping. This is their relationship. It's been going on like that with them for years. So usually when you notice Puff was in those kind of violent relationships with his females, this been going on ever since 2-3 years. This ain't just something that just happened. This ain't the first fight. It ain't the last fight. Yeah, I know this thought.
Somebody said, how does he get these women? What did Jay-Z say? There is no such thing as an ugly billionaire. That's how he gets the women. How does he keep them? He makes them feel like they're nothing. He beats them. He makes them feel like they can only rely on him. That's what a lot of abusers do. Now, allegedly, those are the allegations. Got to be careful, but that's what they do. They make you feel small. They ask you, what do you call your daddy? What do you call your grandpa? Okay, you're going to call me that now. I'm your family. It's making these women feel like he is the only one. You can't date other people, but I will. Not only will I date other people, I will make you sleep with other people. I will make you sleep with other people. I will make you feel like you're less than. To the cameras, to the world, I'm going to show them that you're my girlfriend. But in actuality, I don't want you around me all the time. I want you specifically for what I want you for: red carpets and sex. That's it. I'm going to keep you around because I'm rich. So I'm going to have a penthouse here, and I'm going to make sure that you have a condo down the street so that I can call on you when I want you for what I want you for. Don't sleep with nobody else. Don't talk to nobody else because I've wiretapped your phones. Don't think that you can get away because I know people that can make you come back, and I'm going to beat you more. That's what was going on allegedly.
I seen a lot. I seen him walk in with scratches and bruises on his face. And you be like, who scratched you up, dog? Who scratching you? What, you had a fight with a cat? What's going on? So he put his hands on females, put his hands on producers, executives. That's just his. I guess that's what the whole name Bad Boy comes from. That people don't really understand. What is it? What is a bad boy? Why did he choose that name? Like he never really gave a clear definition of how he feels about that name. Not yet. Could be bad.
Hold on, really quick. Good question. I wonder how he treated Lori Harvey. Now let's talk about that a little bit. Yes, Lori Harvey did go on a date with him. She had gone on a date with his son, but her date I don't know how many dates, but we saw specifically that she was in matching outfits with Diddy, with her mom and Steve Harvey. Now, Steve Harvey was the one telling Keke Palmer, you need to get somebody on your level. He basically allowed, the girl is over 18, but you going to dinner with Lori Harvey and Diddy, to me, feels like a stamp of approval of what you're doing. So when you're telling Keke Palmer that she needs to date a man of her own caliber, or, you know, date one of these billionaires, like Keke kept saying, Diddy was the billionaire your daughter chose. And we see what he does to women and how he values them. Diddy is closer to your age than he is Lori's age, but you definitely went to dinner with him with matching outfits to your daughter. Let's think about that. Good question, Tennessee. Miss Parker says Mark Curry was there from 98 to 2005. That BM was a baby. She wasn't doing wire. No. I don't think that he was alleging that the new lady was doing wiretapping on Kim initially, but you can get, he's saying that he was having Kim wiretapped over the years. I likened it to the new lady, so I connected those two stories. I don't believe that that's what Mark Curry was saying, but thank you for the super chat. Negla says, and they are kept drugged, so they are discredited. Exactly. Anything that they can do to keep you in a state where you're willing to do what they want you to do. It's really disgusting.
Bad business, bad friendships, bad blood, all of that kind of bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? Bad boy. Yeah.
Bad boy for life. And disgusting. So I'm gonna, after I get off here, I'm definitely gonna keep working on my death toll video. You won't want to miss that. Oh, the Kandi story. Y'all, Kandi then confirmed this reboot. Kandi then confirmed this reboot, but I'll let you see.
Women in reality TV, and you are one of them. Woo-hoo. I'm not surprised. You're Mrs. World.
Kandi and nobody has gotten a pickup letter for RHOA.
Wide, you're booked and busy. So no surprise there. But what does that honor mean to you?
I was excited to be recognized amongst all these amazing women and on the variety list. Ooh. You know, it was a big deal. Everybody was calling and texting me when the list came out. I felt special. I did feel special.
As you should, but it's also so deserving. I have all the housewives. I'm like, yeah, Kandi, come on, like look at her. She's like, as I always tell you, you're booked and busy.
Thank you. I mean, I definitely put in a lot of work. I have a lot of different things happening, and it feels good to be recognized.
Looking back on your time on reality TV, you've had not only Real Housewives of Atlanta, there was other shows. Is there a moment in particular that really stands out to you where you...
So Kandi came out in this interview and said she would like Nene back, she would like Portia back, and the actual show is going to be going through a reboot. I'm not mad at it. If you follow RHOA or any of these Bravo shows, you'll know that was the cash cow, and it just has not been the same the last few years. Nene is now following Bravo. Bravo is following Nene. Phaedra's on Married to Medicine, so I don't think she'd come back unless that Married to Medicine check stopped. But I'm here for whatever they do to reboot this show. I got to go because I got to finish doing my research for that death toll video. So definitely you will want to be here live for that. I'm going to see y'all later. Have a good night. Yes, Nene and Portia. Have a good night, y'all.